This is the course for the teens division, stage 1 of the NCL Youth Finals 2023. The general rules: make sure you get to the end platforms, use the last checkpoints of all obstacles, and do not touch the ground during any obstacle. That goes for all NCL courses. And do not touch the big blue mat unless directed to do otherwise, because otherwise it is considered water. Okay, the first obstacle is the around the world steps. Keep starting with a rope in your hand. You're going to use feet only on the outside face of the steps. Using at least the first and last step to get to the red platform. Make sure you don't take weight on the pointy tops of the steps, or you don't make any contact with the far side of the steps. Ethan, do you think? Cool. And then from there, you're going to walk on the ground to get up to this big red box. And we're going to do this swing alley. Using at least the first and last hold, which in this case is a banana and a blue cannonball. You're going to swing, skipping as many or as few as needed without touching the ground. Make sure you only grab onto the resin. Don't grab onto the bolts. Or the straps, and make sure your feet do not touch the ground. The ground is lava, particularly for you taller teens. Once you get to the end, you're dismounting to the big blue mat here, not the one that is part of the giant section, just this one here. Once you've landed on here, you can then walk on the big blue mat to get to the red platform for the start of the next obstacle. Okay, Ethan, go. Now that he's dismounted, he can step anywhere he likes to get to the red platform, sorry. Okay. The next obstacle is the swinging ring toss. So making sure you leave the platform completely before moving either ring from its starting peg position. Get as far as you need to on the first set of pegs to transfer to the first swinging ring toss. From there, get to the last fixed peg and transfer at least one ring to the second swinging ring toss, and then dismount to the red mat. Make sure that you don't drop a ring until you've got at least one ring on the last swinging ring toss. It can be on either of the doorknobs on the last swinging ring toss. As long as one is on there, you can still dismount without getting disqualified, even if your other ring has fallen. If you do drop a ring before you get to that point, you will consider to have failed the obstacle, because we don't want anybody trying to attempt one ring toss attempts. Okay, Ethan, go. Going to the last ring toss, yep, before going either one in there, and then dismount to the big red mat. From there, you're going to step onto those boxes there to do the drum run. Any part of your body can make contact with the drums. At least the first and last must be used to get to the red mat, and any ground touching of any part of your body is considered a fail. Ethan, go. From there, you're going to move directly to the padded pallets. Make sure you don't have any forward momentum going to the padded pallets, so you're not allowed to run around here and then go onto there. You must go directly to them and then turn to start the next obstacle, which is going to be the bar laches. So using the trampoline to catch onto the first bar, complete the lache to the second bar, and then the third bar, and from the third bar, dismount to the big red mat. Ethan, go. From there, you're going to step straight up onto the box For the cliff arms obstacle. For cliff arm obstacles, you can only grab onto the wooden cliff ledge on the first arm, the second arm, and on the fixed cliff. So you can either jump to it or you can push off from the platform to swing around. Now, in this video, you can see that there's a stopper on the first one and there's a stopper on the second one. The stopper on the second one will be gone after the younger age groups have finished tomorrow. So you want to keep your momentum going and don't pause in the middle. Okay, ready, go. Once Ethan gets to the last cliffhanger, he's going to then dismount to the big red mat here. So from that last cliffhanger, dismount to the red mat and then step onto the platform and go to the next obstacle. The next obstacle is the peg slider. So for the teens division, they take a peg in each hand, slide as far along as they need to get to the second set of sliders, and then slide the second set of sliders as far as along as they need to get to the fixed pegs. And once they're on the fixed pegs, they can go as far on the fixed pegs as they need to get to the red mat. So as long as they have at least one hand on the fixed peg, they can dismount whenever they feel comfortable onto the red mat. And then once they've landed on the red mat, they can carry their momentum forward to go to the next obstacle, and this will no longer be considered lava. Okay, go Ethan. Whenever he feels ready, he can drop onto there, and then we're going to go to the warp wall. So he's going to run along this mat here, or walk as he sees fit, avoiding any obstacles that happen to be there, avoiding spectators, and avoiding these cleaners. And he's going to get to the warp wall. The next obstacle, the last obstacle for stage one of the teens division, which will be demonstrated by our lovely faux teen Kadeem here, is the warp wall. So for the teens division, they run up and grab the slot on the red wall and then climb over the top to hit the buzzer. You can have as many attempts as you have time left on the clock, and as long as you don't put a foot on the lip of the small black wall, just climbing over the top of the red wall. Okay, go Kadeem. And hitting the buzzer and the run. Woo!